Puffco neck holders. So if you look up Puffco Lab, Puffco Creation Lab, did files that you can print from your own 3D printer or get from Shapeways. We make no money on this. We literally did this for the maker community. And you can have the neck holder 3D printed. And if you're seeing what you might have seen in a video that we probably already posted today, that was a combination of our lanyard with that holder, that peak holder. So Puffco Creation Labs will get you there. Ooh, sacred fruits. I'm throwing you a follow after this. Soaking the mushrooms in lemon juice for 15 to 20 minutes. The citric acid will convert psilocybin to psilocin. So I guess that makes it stronger. Whoa. Yo, can you send me some information on that sacred fruits? I'm a student. You're clearly throwing some shit my way that I can learn. I'll throw you a follow after this. You know what? Follow Sacred Fruits, because I don't know if I'll repost that. I don't know the legality of reposting that, but follow Sacred Fruits. If Sacred Fruits, wasn't I following you, then you just followed me. I think your account got removed or something. Shrooms are going to be legal, man. Shrooms are going to be legal. It's insane that they're illegal. It is like, I think, the most transformative substance ever. Honestly, like, it's hard for me to pick between them and cannabis, but if I think of like leaps that I've taken in perspective in my life, that shit was mushrooms. Like, cannabis sort of did that, but mushrooms have really broken, they removed the veil, along with other psychedelics as well. But yeah, fuck, throw Sacred Fruits a follow. I know that, at least checking out their page the other day, I know they know what they're doing, seems like. That really depends. How much concentrates do you put in to get a decent hit? That really depends on the temperature that you're taking it at. If you're going at a really low temperature and a lot of hash, you're going to get low vapor. That's just how it works. So if you really want to get a powerful hit, load a smaller amount at a higher temp. That's going to be your cheat code. Also, Steven, join the Puffco Discord, man. There's a whole community there that is going to get you hip to all the tech. Very quickly, your questions are going to get answered by people that live by this shit. Man, I can't wait until Denver legalizes it. I think it's like, I don't know if it's legal in Oakland, but I know there's like something in Oakland where it's an option. Let's see, we'll go through some of these questions. Thanks for the compliments, guys. As far as I know, Puffco support, maybe you can chime in here. As far as I know, the customer service job is local to LA. It's not, doesn't mean that we're gonna have you in an office every day, but I believe we are looking for people closer to the office on this one. But Puffco support, maybe you can help me get an answer there. So the pointer from the jump, the peak, the plus isn't, to me the plus is a travel thing. For some people it isn't. I know people that live by the plus, that is their dab rig. Usually our older audience, I think, really loves it. But even the peak one, the gold, I mean, it was funny. Chaps came through, Kevin Puffco, came through to our Brooklyn offices way back before the peak came out, 2017. He might have just started working with us. And I'm like, hey, this is what I'm working on. Like, this is the thing. And we didn't have our firmware tuned yet. We were still figuring out how to get a perfect hit. Perfect hit being like the closest you can get to max flavor and max vapor. We were not there yet. We still had ways to go. Kevin tries it and he's like, okay, this is, you know, it's good. It's a good travel rig. It's a good travel rig. That's what it's good for. I was so fucking offended. Like, I wasn't mad, he's my homie, so like I wasn't mad at him, but I was like, fuck you mean, it's a travel rig. This is the shit you're supposed to live by. You have a computer doing all the hard work for you. Why would you ever want to go back to that? How often do you not use your calculator when doing like math that is more than a couple numbers? So it was designed to be an everyday thing. And I'm not saying that like torched dabs don't have a place. I don't know about Enails or some other options out there, but it's not to stop you from doing other things. It's to give you the best experience with the least amount of thought that you have to put behind it. That's what we designed it to be. Some people use it for a travel rig. They prefer their terp slipper. Some people live by it every day. But from a design perspective, the Peak 1 was supposed to do that, with the goal of the Peak 1 being, the Peak 1 should be 90 to 95% as good as a real dab. And the Peak Pro is supposed to be 100 to 110%. That was from like the basement days when we were planning out our roadmap and what we're going to do. That's always been the goal. I think we're on track. Nico, I'm not a fan of Enails, man. I don't know why I hate Enails so much. I've had Enails. I posted some up that I had the other day where I found some in an old box that like my mom shipped me from her garage. And yeah, what I wouldn't like about them is that it would feel like it would either be too low vapor or bad flavor. I don't know what it was about Enails, but it felt like you had to go to a higher temperature, and then when you would finally get the vapor you want, it would taste like shit. Never mind the fact that you have a box plugged into a wall, also plugged into a nail that is sitting in your rig. The whole shit was like, just, I mean, listen, grateful for Enails, right? Enails built the path to the peak, for sure. But not something that I enjoyed, honestly. Something that I had a lot of frustrations with when I was a user. All right, let me get to some of these questions. Oops. Yo, honestly, I'm fucked up with music these days. I'm having like a music identity crisis. I still love hip hop. I've listened to hip hop my whole life, mostly. But lately I'm very uninspired with music. So like, I don't know, Flapper Zombies, I'll be putting on a lot. And just random shit I find. So if you have some fire shit, don't assume anything about me, send it my way. And I will definitely send MF Doom. I will open that shit up in my Spotify and give it a listen. Like, that's been the best gift people have been giving me lately, is just some random fucking playlists or SoundCloud or some shit that inspired them. Listen, the Biebs is great. I'm a believer. What can I say? I'm a true believer. That's me. All right, let me see. Ooh, this is an interesting one. Any quality of life updates coming to the app? Example, always having disco mode on when starting up Puffco. I mean, if we did that, let's walk through that together, right? I like the idea when I'm reading it. You click your peak, the light comes on. The light that comes on is disco mode, but it's not linked to a temperature, right? So then you have to click it again to get to the temperature setting. So if you're not changing it, you click it, you see where it's at, or you double. Puffco support, take that down. Let's work through it. We have a Spotify with some pretty good songs, I would say, actually. I tuned into that pretty recently. I like that Puffco support. Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's see, I'm trying to find some questions I didn't answer. Sorry, I'm just getting through these. Some of them I read and I'm like, what are you trying to say here? This I answered. A lot of the same stuff. All right. This question portion thing is over. I got a couple minutes left before my next meeting. I'm gonna take a dab. I'm gonna answer whatever question I see come across that I have eyes on. I smoke a gang of flower, Ramon. I smoke a lot of fucking flower. Every night, I smoke a ton of hash. I smoke more hash than flower. But every single night, I'm smoking a minimum of 2 large joints. And usually it's some really powerful stuff. And I get in my feelings. I'll like start becoming paranoid and questioning myself, and I find the whole thing to be overwhelming and psychedelic and really useful. And I love smoke in general, which is why I still smoke joints. But I do get a different experience from flower than I do from hash. If I had to pick one, I'm picking hash. I love the experience of hash. But flower puts me in a different place. Much less functional. Honestly, at times, much less enjoyable. But it gives me something. So yes, love flower. Thanks, Lulu. I think what he asked, Isaac, or unless that was you, no, it wasn't you, was if you turn on your peak, it does that. But I guess you could just put lantern mode on. I'm going to ask the question. It's a silly one. It'll probably die as soon as I ask it. But I like the initial thought. And we're always down to hear what you want from the app. Not that we're necessarily looking for ideas, but a lot of times we want to make sure that we are working on things that you already want. And we want to make sure if there's something that we're blind to, that we have the opportunity to make the product better. So please, always hit us up. 800 dabs, damn Ozzy. I mean, people are putting in their numbers. So I'm still shocked by a person I saw post 5,000. I wonder who's the first person who's gonna hit 10,000. Can't be that far away. What, a month max? Sedge World, I'm not gonna repeat what you said, but it's not out of the question. It's not out of the question. We're trying to figure that out. I know that Winamp idea, Michael. Pulsing it to music that's playing. That's a good one. Tim, I'm assuming what you're talking about is on your peak one, it does that. It's totally normal. This one does it too. It's just a frequency that is a sound that is made when it's heating up through vibration or something. This one does it too, but we were hip to it on this one. So we made that frequency outside of the spectrum of what humans can hear. So it's still happening, but you can't hear it. But totally normal, just your peak sound, just your OG peak sound. I'm using this at 545 right now. Sedge World, I'm not sure. Send me a DM with maybe an example of what you mean. I'll throw it to the team. Blunts and papers, I don't think we have that right now. But stay tuned. It's going to be a crazy year for Puffco. We are adding a lot of employees. I think this one, Zek, was 52 seconds. 52 to 55. My boy Baby Blue, what up? All my hats are dead. The homie, man. Yo, all my hats are dead. Let me talk about this cat for a second. So like, maybe I never told All My Hats Are Dead why I was so interested in hitting him up, why I befriended him, was because like, he's tapped in New York. He doesn't even live there anymore. But he knows the best creators in New York City. Hands down. Like, this dude is that dude. There's always this cat in New York that like, he is cool with all the down homies. Everybody creating, the people that you see others reposting, these are this dude's like homies that he's like going to fucking McDonald's with, whatever, not McDonald's, but whatever. It is insane to see all of the people that he knows and how they blew up. And what I'm talking about specifically is, if you all haven't seen the Air Force Ones that somebody turned into boots, like cowboy boot forces, hard. I might try to cop this shit myself. I don't even know if I'll wear them, but the shit is hard. That's one of his homies that I only got put onto because he reposted them. They were a much smaller page. So All My Hats is Dead. One, fire product. Fire product. Everything he does is super hard, sells out, might still do customs occasionally, but also everyone that he reposts, the network that you see when you follow All My Hats Are Dead is fucking nutty. So just gotta acknowledge you, homie, because you are so tapped in, and I originally was just interested in this world you existed in, and like, I feel like I have gotten a great return on our friendship of just seeing the coolest shit ever through your lens. So just wanted to say thank you. I got time for one dab and I gotta go. Atomizer is in glass. I'm not sure what that means. Sorry. This is some Gargoyle Melonberry. Love you, bud. Big Rotini. Hardest Vintage Shop and Hate Ashbury. You guys gotta check out Trove SF. Catch Big Rotini, the TikTok God. slanging fucking fire ass vintage pieces. So lucky to know the creatives I know. Thank you. Cheers, guys. Take this dab with me real quick if you're ready. Awesome, I'm scuffed. You're gonna enjoy the fuck out of it, especially if it's your first travel glass, man. This shit is magic. It really is magic. Yeah, I'm not doing. We're not gonna do quartz. Quartz does not serve our mission the way we're trying to do things. Stevie, I'm not selling it, and we can't mass manufacture it, so that's when you would have to get from Ryan Fit yourself. I'm sorry, I meant Derek, not Stevie. But big up to you, Stevie. Thank you, man. OG Peak still going strong. Excel sized, maybe. Not with what you probably mean, but maybe something like that one day. YGP, you're gonna love the travel glass, man. It is, I've been using it. I love it so much that I just kept using it on my lives, knowing that it's not out yet, and I don't care. I just did not want to stop using it. The travel glass is fucking hard. You are going to enjoy it. I think it's like one of the best Puffco accessories you can buy, and it's just like this gift that keeps on going. All right, I gotta run. That's my time.